Hello, this is Nancy Guthrie reporting live. I don't know, I was talking in a mine shaft, but then I realized I was just in Mexico. Oh my God. What are you doing? Oh my God. My stupid daughter, Annie, she's alive. It's alive. I gave birth to that creature. Can you believe it? Anyway, I guess I'll go back to the shed for a moment to collect my pen and paper. I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission. Nancy Guthrie reporting live.
Like this. Like this. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Like this. Oh, you in for a rough time tonight, baby. Gotta straighten out my Queen of Spades there, love. That's right, baby.
Oh, welcome. Welcome all to the electric church, baby. Oh my God.
Where you been? Where you been in electric church? Where you been? What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? I don't know. I don't know.
No gas.
I don't know. How is Friday doing, though? It's Friday, right? Friday. It's Friday, love. It's Friday, love.
He says,
How is everybody? How is everybody, love? How is everybody? How is everybody? Hey, MasterNature has a name. All right, good night. Already know the tea, baby. What you doing here? Hey, MasterNature has a name. All right. Oh my God, you in for a lovely treat tonight. Now, I promised I wasn't going to feature the Gonzalez, Casa de Gonzalez family, but we have white trash begets white trash, and so we have to look into white trash and Dr. Phil white trash, and Dr. Phil has no license to practice psychology in any state. He's just a talking head that likes to go and squawk his head off about COVID and send your kids to school with COVID and hope they die. Remember Dr. Phil and COVID? Fuck him. Fuck him. I hate Dr. Phil. I hate that fucking white trash prick from Texas. Anyway, you're in for a treat tonight. We got two white trash on together, just talking to each other. Fantastic. I don't want to pay him any service. Fucking white trash. Might as well have Chris McDonough on there too. Might as well have Chris McDonough on there. Make it a menage a trois there, white trash. Fucking hell, why not? Fucking case ain't real anyway. Fucking bullshit. Whole goddamn thing bullshit.
Oh my God, Garden. I have to tell you something. I never told you the story, but back when Maze was like stalking me, Maisie, she tried to dox me. She sent me an email in the spirit realm, guys. Oh my! It came from an email address called Maze Gonzo. All right, I love you. It was called Maisie/Gonzo.yahoo.com. All right, baby. All right. Yeah. She sent me pictures of cornfields and said, if you don't have little corn people with me, I'm going to release these photographs. All right. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. How do you like that? How do you like that? Yeah, she was a real pain in my ass. She threatened me. She tried to blackmail me, and she wanted to have, she wanted to have little corn people and stuff. And I said, Maze, we can't have any fucking little corn people. Oh my God. What kind of life do I have? All right. Thanks, MD. All right. Bye. Bye. I'll show you that letter sometime.
All right. Quick break. Quick break, and then we get on to what we doing. I love yous. What are we doing? It's Friday. We'll announce each other later. We'll announce each other later, love. We'll announce each other. Who's this and who's that? And all right. Quick break, and then we get on. Get on with the goods.
They must get on with the goods.
Oh my God. Oh Lord. Help me, Lord. Help me. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Who the greatest? Now listen. She was as pretty as a, no, how does that go? I'm trying to remember how that go. How does that go? No, it's not Little Red Riding Hood. What are you talking about? No, no, that's not it. I'm trying to remember the saying here, though. Yeah, that's right. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. Now I remember. You got to give Tyrone a little time to remember stuff. I'm really old and shit. Anyway, yeah, this one is called, She Was Like a Bearded Fucking Rainbow. And, she coming to me all looking like she never did one wrong thing, you know. And I say, what are you talking about? Well, that's how it go in my life. Here we go. It's like this. Like this. That's right, baby.
Coming to me in the morning, me looking like you never ever done one wrong thing.
You know how it roll. All right, here we go. Let's get on with it. Here. How about this one? Watch this shit. Let's watch this. Hang on. Prelude. There's a prelude. It's a little prelude to Dr. Phil, in case people forgot. All right? Contrary to popular belief, Dr. Phil has not practiced psychology clinically for many years. A decision influenced by past events and his pivot to media, right? The Texas State Board investigation. In the late 80s, Dr. Phil faced scrutiny from the Texas State Board of Examiners of Psychologists. This body is responsible for overseeing the ethical conduct and licensing of psychologists within the state. The investigation contributed to a period where his professional standing was closely examined, leading to significant developments in his career trajectory. Listen, the 1989 professional misconduct complaint. A specific incident in 89 brought a professional misconduct complaint against Mr. Dr. Phil. This complaint involved an alleged inappropriate relationship with a patient. Good old Dr. Phil. While the outcome of the complaint involved certain stipulations, it highlighted the stringent ethical guidelines governing mental health professionals at the time. And by 2006, Dr. Phil officially initiated the license retirement process for his psychology license in Texas. This action meant he voluntarily withdrew from the state registry as a practicing psychologist. The decision was made years after his initial rise to national fame, partly due to his regular appearances on the Oprah Winfrey African Building School Show, and the launch of his own highly successful program. There you go. So no, he has as much of a license as Victoria Gooch has a license. So they're pretty much one and the same here. Okay, Dr. Phil, Victoria Gooch, they have the same non-license. Okay, you could put them in the category of Brett Payne, as a matter of fact. Do you like it now? Do you like me now? Do you like me now? So that's Dr. Phil. Though he does have a doctorate degree in psychology, he is not a professionally licensed anything. The same as Victoria Gooch, the same as Brett Payne, the same as Mowry, the same as Nunez, the same as Judge Hippler, okay, the same as Evil Thompson. There you are. All right. So every time we watch Dr. Phil, you have to keep that in mind. He is not a licensed medical professional. Nope. He's a stupid fucking white trash talking head that rose to fame because Oprah Winfrey decided to build fucking schools in Africa because it was much cheaper to do that than to build schools in America. Okay, you know, you love Oprah. You love Oprah. You love Oprah, don't you? Oh, God. Oh, my God. People have been sucking forever. You've been sucking forever. All right. But what do we want to start with? That's the question, my loves. I should introduce people, shouldn't I? Yes, because I am the greatest. Welcome, Dame Celestine, Queen of the Stars. Right. Good. I am. So good to see you, love. I'm glad you're here, love. Glad you're here. I hope you have some time off. Dame Deb, Queen of the Bees, of course, the organization. Right, good. Good. Who else? All right. CB, Merlin from Philly, always thinking about Halloween. And cheesesteaks, of course. But he's not black. Well, he might be black, I'm not sure. White Rabbit, of course, we have to chase you around. Down the rabbit hole we go. Don't forget the smoking caterpillar. All right, love, all right. Don't forget the hookah smoking caterpillar, that's right. All right. Who else? Well, so Dame Atha's queen of the mountain garden, and all the things that dwell beneath. That's right. Who else? Tony Stevenson's here. Dylan had a mustache. Yes, and some hormone treatment, I think. She's the Bigfoot, remember? She's the he-she Bigfoot. God damn it, Gus. All right. All right, Gus. All right, baby. Oh, my God. Yeah, who else? Oh, my God. Being overwhelmed here. Okay, there. I think I got everybody. All right. No thanks. Did I ever tell you the time where I built a school in Africa? All right. It cost me like 50 cents and all right. Thank you, No, you never built any school. Yes, I did. Yeah, I did. It cost me 50 cents. Well, we didn't have any running water, but at least they had a place to go and sit and look at a book. All right. Thank you, MD. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. All right. Thank you. It's true story. True story. And, oh, my God. All right, let's go. Now, there is... Oh, God, I don't know what to start with. I wanted to hit Dylan 12-1. There is another one. I kept going through the goddamn court documents, and for some reason, I could not find the right one that I was looking for. I don't know what happened to it. I'm sure it's still there, and I just missed it, but I couldn't fucking find it. I'm like, where is this goddamn thing? It's very, very frustrating. Okay. Because it's alluded to several times in the court records. For instance. And so I couldn't find it, guys. All right, listen. We're talking about December 1st. December 1st. This interview is actually more batshit crazy than the 11/17 interview with Dylan Morrison. This interview, the 12/1 interview, is actually more batshit crazy than the 11/17 interview. We don't have a video or audio of this yet, but this one's even more batshit. Yeah. But it's alluded to several times here in the court records. She's talking to Aaron Williamson. Yep. Here is where you can find this stuff. I'm like, well, I couldn't find it. Oh yeah, defendant exhibit number 7, right? There's also part of grand jury testimony involved in this. Okay, sure. Good. So there's part of it. They quote her. For instance, like this. State's Exhibit S2, S3 are portions of transcripts from Dylan's interview with investigators on the 17th and the 1st of December. These portions of the transcripts were not included as part of Defendant's Exhibit number 6 and Defendant's Exhibit number 7, which were filed under seal. The court sealed the defendant's portion of these transcripts on March 3rd, 2025. For consistency and pursuant to the same authority cited by the court, the state seeks to seal these... Right. State's Exhibit S4 is a copy of Dylan's grand jury testimony. Portions of this testimony were not provided with Defendant's Exhibit number 10. The entirety of the document is previously under seal pursuant to this order, issued on May 16th, 2023. In addition, this court sealed the other portions of the transcript on the 25th of March, May 3rd, 2025, for consistency and pursuant to the same authority cited by the court. The state seeks to seal this to be innocent. Of course they do. Of course they do. All right. So it's alluded to. I couldn't find. I know where it. I know it's there. I just couldn't fucking find it. So this is what I'm going with. I know it's there. Not all of it. So we're jumping here. It's really interesting. I'll tell you what, guys. It's really interesting reading the transcript of the interviews and listening to them. Very interesting. The transcripts make Dylan Mortensen even more batshit. She is the prime suspect. So, reading the transcripts makes her even more batshit. Absolutely. So where do we want to start with this? Welcome, Daphmins. Welcome, Dame Sophia, Queen of Wisdom. So this is still part of 1117. So we've been through this. But it's interesting reading her shit. But I know Xana was home from... We don't... Again, she doesn't know Xana was home. So I don't know if Ethan was with her. Right? I did not see Ethan. He could have been home with her. He could have not been. I don't know. So why are you calling him on the telephone, Miss Mortensen? Remember, she is the prime suspect in this case. She always will be. So why is Dylan Mortensen calling Ethan Chapin on the phone? She doesn't even know he's there. Not to mention, we don't run to the closest room to safety, which would be Xana's room. Nope. However, instead of doing that, of course, as you all know, we run down to the Hobbit's room, and then we decide to call Ethan Chapin on the phone. I guess she's just hoping that he'd be somewhere. Not in the house, though. Gee, Ethan Chapin wouldn't do much good for you if he's not in the fucking house with you, don't you think, Dylan Mortensen? I don't know. Don't pick on me. I'm thing 42. I'm sorry. I'm thing 2. Can we arrest this fucking bitch now or not? Dylan Mortensen, are you gonna ever give yourself up? So anyway, we're calling Ethan Chapin. We're accidentally FaceTiming Ethan Chapin. He may not even be in the fucking house. I guess he may be in his apartment 2 miles away by the fucking gas station. People in fucking denial. You fucking make me sick. All these fucking people in denial. They wanna come up with 50 different fucking illusory reasons why Dylan Mortensen cannot be involved in the murders. And they're all fucking wrong. I am the greatest. Mortensen is the prime. She always was, and she always will be. Now, it would be different if Dylan said to the investigators, yeah, I was tripping my fucking balls off that night. I was on some heavy hallucinogenic medication. But she doesn't. She doesn't say anything like that. Yeah, I took 3 hits of fucking LSD that night. Blue unicorn, baby. I took 3 fucking blue unicorn that night. Does she say anything? No, she doesn't. She doesn't say anything like this. So she's not hallucinating. She's not drunk. She's within her faculties. She is not anything remotely in some sort of psychosis, unless it's natural psychosis, because Dylan Mortensen is psycho.
She is.
It's just not chemically induced. And she doesn't admit to be chemically induced psychotic on acid, LSD, whatever, on any other type of hallucinogenic, PCP. So fuck you, Dylan, and fuck all these people who want to make excuses for her. So let's clear the field. She's not hallucinating. She's not taking some sort of hallucinogenic that night. She's not drunk. Okay. Yeah. So there you go. That's number 1. Remember, she is the prime suspect. So we ruled out being under the influence of substances. Are you with me, Ken Maines? You fucking retard. Anyway. So number 1, we ruled out substances. And again, alcohol is not going to make you hallucinate. And again, her friends, at least 2 of them, contradict her statements that she was drunk. Especially Lakeland McComas. Lakeland McComas contradicts her because when police ask Lakeland McComas on a scale of 1 to 10, how drunk do you think you and Dylan were? Lakeland McComas puts herself above Dylan Mortensen in terms of being intoxicated. Yeah. She rates herself above Dylan. Yes. So, Lakeland puts herself at a 6. Totally not blackout drunk. She even admits, no, I totally am aware of what I'm doing. I'm aware of my surroundings. I know what's going on. And guess what? She rates Dylan Mortensen below her. Below her. Below her. Which means Dylan Mortensen, yes, she is fully aware of what's going on. She is not hallucinating. She knows exactly what's happening here in the house. There's no getting around it. She can make all the goddamn excuses in the world she wants in her fucking ridiculous interviews. Again, if this was real, she would have been arrested immediately. She would have been given a lie detector test first. She would have failed that horribly. Dylan Mortensen, I know you're guilty. I know you know exactly what happened in that house. I need you to confess. Mortensen, you're never going to collect your $113,000 on your fucking GoFundMe. You're never going to collect that. Ever. You need to do the right thing. You need to tell people the truth instead of going to fucking court hearings and pretend to hyperventilate and pretend to cry. You didn't cry one fucking time. Not one time in your interviews with police, FBI, ISP. Not one fucking time did you shed one fucking tear for any of your fucking roommates. You're a psycho. You're a psycho. You're psychotic. You're psycho. Your mental health decline started probably when you were around 18 or 19 years old. That's when you started to decline mentally. You fucking cunt. Now, you need to do the right thing, Dylan. And you need to sit for a polygraph. You need to agree to take a polygraph test. Okay? And pass one. I dare you. Dylan Mortensen, I dare you to take a polygraph test. I dare you. Guess what, guys? She will never agree to do one. Ever. Ever. Because she is the prime. Absolutely. There ain't no way around it. So, Dylan Mortensen, you boo-hoo and you cry. You say, oh, everybody hates me and people hate me. They think I did it. All you have to do is sit for a polygraph test administered by an independent agency that has nothing to do with the state of Idaho. And if you pass the polygraph test, well then, fantastic. You'll collect all the money in the world. But guess what, guys? Number one, she will never agree to do that. And number two, even if she did agree to do that, she would fail horribly. Okay, we know that because she's fucking guilty. It does not take a rocket scientist to understand this, as we know. It just takes people in denial who like to do 30 different mental gymnastics with themselves to convince themselves that a 19-year-old Bigfoot he-she could not have anything to do with harming their roommates. Sure. Okay. Well, that's what they do. And they don't listen to the interviews. They don't read the interviews. They just make up all kinds of shit in their fucking brains. Well, didn't she hear Kaylee running up and down the steps? Didn't she hear this and that? Yeah, sure. She also was calling out to Xana and Kaylee at the same time from her room, calling out into the ether, Kaylee, Xana, are you okay? She was calling out to both of them. I guess, opening her door 7 fucking times, closing her door 7 fucking times, running down to the Hobbit's room for no reason, calling Ethan Chapin on the phone for no reason, even though she doesn't even know he's there. He could be at his fucking apartment. He could be anywhere. I am the greatest. She was calling both their names, not just Kaylee. It was both of them. Xana and Kaylee. She was crying out into the darkness of both of them. She's a lying fucking murderer. Whether or not she swung a knife, it's irrelevant. It is totally irrelevant if she actually had a knife in her hand and was stabbing one of them. She is the prime suspect. She is totally involved in this. She colluded with the other fucking people involved, and she should get the same death penalty as the rest of them. It doesn't matter if she was swinging a knife or not. It does not matter at all. Yes, that would be better, but it doesn't matter. Welcome, Sir Equinox. She is a fucking liar. The stories that she told are a bunch of goddamn garbage. Any rational person in their right fucking mind reading this garbage would know within a matter of a few minutes that this fucking cunt had something to do with the murders. There's no other way around it. She's not hallucinating. She's not on drugs. She doesn't have any prior mental health history, according to Dylan Mortensen. She said that. Except maybe when her parents got divorced, she had to go to therapy for like 2 sessions. That's what she told Victoria Gooch. I am the greatest. And we're going to rumble. We're going to rumble until she fucking confesses. Now, people are going to say this. They're going to say, MasterNature, well, she's just stupid. She's just dumb. She's just a dumb girl. That's what they're going to counter with. Well, she's really stupid. You know, blah, blah, blah. No. No, she's not. And that's where you fail too. She's not just stupid. She comes off as stupid. Don't get me wrong. She presents herself as stupid. But she's not that stupid. Believe me. Yeah, she talks like a goddamn moron. Don't get me wrong. She talks like a chimpanzee that just learned English in the first year of life. But no, you cannot fall for that. You're wrong. Because, why? Because at certain moments in these interviews, she shows insight, and she's very quick. She's quick to notice certain things. She's not as dumb as she presents herself as. And that's the same way she presented herself with Mr. Noons on the body cam right by the house. She presented herself that same fucking way. She's a slimy cunt. She's always been a slimy cunt. Ever since the body cam with Noons, she tried to play dumb with Kaylee and not knowing what happened to Kaylee and where Kaylee was. She tried to play dumb right then and there. And that carried all throughout her interviews. She is a part of this crime. She's the prime. It doesn't matter if there's a cover-up or not. It doesn't matter if there's a cover-up or not. Mortensen is still the prime suspect. It doesn't matter how she got... It doesn't matter. She has no emotions to what happened in this case. In all the interviews that we've seen Miss Mortensen, she shows no fucking emotion. None. No emotion. Except fucking inconvenience, disdain, fucking like boredom, like, can I go to the mall? These are the emotions that she expresses. Okay. But not one true emotion when it comes to what actually happened on that very day. Not one. And guess what, people in denial? Police, real homicide detectives, they look for that kind of shit. They look for that stuff from their suspects. Wow, that's really weird. This guy shows no emotion. We just told him that his wife was brutally murdered, and he doesn't show any emotion. Homicide detectives do this all the time. Except in this fucking case. Except in this case, homicide detectives do that all the time, as you and I know, Garden. They look for that stuff. Well, gee, man, she doesn't really seem upset that her husband just got, whacked. Her husband just got shot in the face in a car. It is in a parking lot. And she's not upset at all. In fact, she seems kind of happy about it. They look for that kind of stuff all the time. Except with this case. Except with this case. You could throw out emotions in this case are irrelevant. That's another sick, sad part of this case. Emotions in this case are irrelevant. So, interview after interview after interview, people are not expressing any type of fucking emotion at all to what would be appropriate to the fucking situation. It's fucking scary and horrible. It's pathetic. Fucking pathetic. Why? Well, this was never a real homicide investigation. Nope. Anyway, quick break. Quick break. I mean, at some point in the interviews with Dylan Mortensen, I think, if you're a real homicide detective, right? At some point in these interviews with Dylan Mortensen, you're going to say, well, gee, Dylan, you don't seem too upset about what happened. I mean, why is that? I think at some point you're going to ask her, you don't seem upset at all. It's kind of weird, no? And she'll talk a mile a minute at you. She'll talk a mile a minute at you. But she's not going to give you any emotion that's appropriate to her 4 roommates just being horribly butchered. She's not going to give you that emotion because she's a psycho. Okay. Yeah. And her issue started freshman year. At some point in her freshman year, these mental health issues started. I almost can guarantee that. And they got much, much worse when she started living on her own with the roommates. That's when shit started getting really bad. Quick break. I am the greatest and I know what I'm talking about. I may be even more qualified than Dr. Phil. Would you believe that? I think I am, actually. That's right. That's right. That's right. I am the twink. You didn't believe me. They never believe the twink. Oh my God. Oh, wait. Oh, what's this one? What's this? Oh, shit. Sorry, guys. Sorry. All right. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh my God.
Have you ever seen a product?
No, I have not. You're a cock. Down in Brighton Beach. Oh my God, guys. Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's right, baby. I like big. Excuse me. All right. Again with this.
Sitting on a
Sitting on a
in
shelf.
hundreds of thousands of cold cases in this.
Oh, you're right. I hate Dr. Phil. I hate your guts. All right, let's carry on. All right, here we go. So anyway, I don't know if I'm sorry, where were we? I don't know if Ethan was home, but I'm not going to run to the room with the 6'3" guy. No, I'm going to bypass that room, and I'm going to run downstairs to the Hobbit's room, who's about 5'2". Sorry. Right? I went to bed with her in her bed, according to Dylan. Oh, this is a peach. I don't know. I have no clue. Somewhere after, I would say 4:30ish. I don't know how long all this happened. I tried to remember and I tried to give a time frame, but in reality, I don't know at all. There's a beauty. How about that? You like that, people in that? Oh, there's another beauty. Gooch. So at some point, we always ask this. We always ask this. Gooch, you make me laugh. At some point, you weren't perceiving a threat? Dylan, I never perceived a threat. Ever. Oops. Even with the guy in the hallway? Yeah, it freaked me. Here's your prime. Listen, people in denial. Yeah, it freaked me. Now we switch, though. Okay, now we're switching in the documents. Okay, now from this point forward, we're switching to 12-1 with Aaron Williamson. All right, 12-1. So we jump. I guess cops were able to track that. This is Dylan. I don't know. We were like just sitting on the couch. Kaylee had gone upstairs to take a nap. Then this is prior to them all going out. It was me, Bethany, Maddie, and Xana. Xana was like very, very drunk. And there was like decent. Okay. Oh my God. We were like, okay, let's take a nap. And so, remember, we set an alarm at 8 p.m. We all set an alarm so we could all wake up and get ready to go out. And now this setting of the alarm and getting up at 8, if this is true, this allowed Dylan Mortensen to stay up all fucking night. And Bethany. So we took a nap. Woke up at 8. I woke up realizing, remember that I had that psych homework that I had to turn in, and I turned it in. It's on my phone. And the cops have all the pictures and times of that. So I'm not going to say exact times because I don't remember at all. See, we jump. This is the 12-1 interview. Aaron, that's okay. So we got up. I decided to continue turn my psychology homework in that I turned in that day. All right. And Maddie, Xana, Ethan, and Bethany went over to the Sigma Chi. Right. They had a party. Kaylee was upstairs. she was getting ready to go to she was going to the corner club. As I turned my stuff in, I was getting ready. Probably took me like 10, 20 minutes because I had to finish a few things for it and turn it in. Great. Boy, how long are we going to take to turn it in here? I was getting ready again, which took me like another 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Boy. Aha. Good old Dylan, huh? Fucking put her in fucking prison. God damn you. Anyway, one of her alpha phi friends came over, and I can't remember her name, but she's a super sweet girl. Super sweet. Huh. I don't know how long she was there for, because I didn't see them leave or go. So I knew Kaylee was in the house and her alpha phi friend. After I had gotten ready, I left the house. I kind of just figured Kaylee and that friend were there because I didn't see them leave. But then again, I don't know for sure. All right. Fine. It's irrelevant. I left, and usually, like when you go from my house to the Sigma Chi fraternity house, there's like these little tiny stairs that go down. Right? We've seen those. And one of the cops that was there, and last time he knew exactly what it was. Okay. Let's read that again. And one of the cops that was there, and last time, he knew exactly what it was. Odd. That's very odd. These tiny stairs that go into the parking lot of the White's apartment. And I'm pretty sure it was like pretty much when I got to this big blue dumpster is when I saw Maddie. She was carrying remember that 6-pack of White Claws? The Seltzer White Claws, right? And I was like, what are you doing? Maddie was like, I'm going to go to the club with Kaylee instead. Fuck you, Dylan. And I was like, okay, bitch, in my head. Well, have fun. I'll see you later. In my head. I walked to the Sigma Chi house, went inside. The lodge, that's the main party area. The party hadn't started yet. Did they give you a wristband? Hey, guys, did they give Dylan Mortensen a wristband because she was underage? Remembered all that fucking bullshit? Remember, at the Sigma Chi parties, we give people 2 separate wristbands. One for people over 21 and over, and a separate wristband for people who are under 21. Did they give Dylan Mortensen that wristband? I don't know. Probably not. So anyway, they should have given her a wristband that indicated that she was under 21 years of age. Right, Sigma Chi, you fuckers? You all should have been arrested too. Anyway, so we were in the apartments. It was, I believe, now this is important, guys. It was, I believe, Ethan's twin brother, Hunter Chapin. That was his apartment, and we were upstairs in one of the rooms. That's important. I was with Bethany, the Hobbit, Ethan, and Xana, and a few other people, like the killers, were around there coming in and out. Dylan knows what's going on here, by the way. I hung out with them for a little bit. I kept going in and out of the lodge party because just it wasn't like super great. She was also hanging out with a character named Gideon this time. At one point, I think I don't remember exactly who I texted. Either one of, like Claire or Jenna. They were at this girl's place named Allie Benson. This is her house. Xana and Allie Benson knew each other really well. But Allie wasn't there. It was her friend Kennedy that was there, that lived there. Aaron. Uh-huh. Ha! That's Aaron's response, guys. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Dylan. I was texting like Jenna and Claire, and I was like, I'm not really feeling this lodge party. Like I might want to come over to your guys' place. Or where they were at. And from my house, it's like just down the street, just a little bit. Like it's like a 5-minute walk away from my house. Uh-huh. So I was at the Sigma Chi, ready to go. Bethany the Hobbit didn't want to leave yet, so I was like, okay, I'm just going to go. I went to this place with Gideon, our good old pal Gideon. I wonder if Moscow police ever talked to this Gideon character. Take a wild fucking guess. Hey, Brett Payne, did you ever talk to this character named Gideon that Dylan Mortensen was hanging out the whole entire evening with that night? No, you didn't. Where's Gideon? Besides the Bible. Open at page 1. I said, my God, he stole the hammer. And I watched that train roll down. Where's Gideon? Welcome, Kiss Me Where I Pee. I am the greatest. Pass it along. Hit that like button while you're at it. That's right, satire. You know what I'm talking about. Fucking hell. Wait a minute. We're talking about Giddy? Wait a minute. Sorry, guys. Sorry. We're talking about Giddy. Excuse me. Hope you had some good food tonight. Oh, God.
Where collarbones real leaders fix broken.
All right. Quick break. Welcome, Liz Barra C90. Welcome, caller. Caller's here. Welcome, CB. Welcome, Merlin. Cheese sticks and mozzarella sticks and fried chicken parmesan sandwiches and stuff. Little jalapenos on there. All right, quick break. The cat's in the cradle, baby. The cat's in the cradle. Don't talk about stumps. I had a bad experience. A lot of lawsuits, but I pulled a 6-week training off course very well. Made a lot of money, and Can't do it again though, guys. Families are like, how dare you take paraplegics and make them into like deer hunters and shit. All right, sorry. Thank you, MD. It was a horrible experience. Oh my God, what the fuck, Mrs. John Dame? We talk about Tower of London again, don't we? Oh fuck.
Everybody wants a bubonic plague. Oh my God. You don't want bubonic plague. What's the matter with you? You want some weird doctor with your fucking mask?
So good to see you again. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. What is the matter with you? What is the matter with you? I'll tell you what. You already know, you already know, you already know. You already know. Martin. It's not.
As long as who has that? Oh, it feels a test and scraping.
All right, let's get back. Let's get back. We get to Gideon soon enough. I went to this place with Gideon. You ever talk to Gideon? I went to this place with Gideon. That's right. That's right, I did. What you know? Yes, Claire's little. Gideon was Claire's little, by the way. They're like big little stuff for a sorority. Oh. What up? All right. All right. Okay, Aaron says. Prime says fraternity. So he's a really sweet guy. I walked with him all the way to Kennedy and Allie Benson's house. I don't remember exactly who was all there because just been a while since, I've actually thought about it. All right, good for you. Uh-huh.
says Aaron. So our prime says, but I know it was like Lakeland, Claire, Jenna, Gideon, Hayden, a guy Lakeland had been talking to, Kennedy, obviously, Jenna's friend Ava Wood. I think there was like 2 or 3 other guys. Remember, and I'm going to say this, there's 4 is the golden rule. This mix of people includes some of the murderers. Just saying. In my opinion. Dylan is there. I think there was like 2 or 3 other guys. I don't know if I remember their names or not. She remembers every single other fucking person in the entirety of this night. But there's 2 or 3 other guys that she doesn't remember. Gee, I wonder if that's important or not. I don't know if I remember their names or not. I'm telling you guys. So, I went there for a little bit. Sorry, I have to go back just a little bit. Okay, what did we forget, Dylan? What did we forget? Aaron, that's okay. Good job, Aaron. Good. This is a hard-hitting interview. Dylan, obviously, I fucking hate her. Obviously, I had a few drinks. Okay, I had a few drinks when I was at the Whites, and then I had probably like 3 or 4 at Sigma Chi. Okay, says Aaron. Then when I got to Kennedy or Allie Benson's house, take your pick, I probably had like another 2 or 3 of those seltzer ones. I don't fully remember because it's all blurry. There you go, Dylan. There you go. I was wondering when the blurriness was going to kick in. Even though your friends say you weren't drunk. There you go. All right, anyway. Aaron. Yeah, sure. No, that's what she should be thinking. Dylan, my friend Lakeland had a Borg, which is just like vodka mixed with water and stuff, and I had a few sips of that. I don't know how much I drank of that. When we were there, we played that Rage Cage game, which is the drinking game, and it's like you fill cups with like a little bit of seltzer, and I had a few of those, but not like a lot. But obviously I was drunk. Guys, you gotta say that. You have to say this. You have to say, but obviously to nobody, I was drunk. The obviously is to nobody. There's nobody else we're talking to. You fucking psycho. But she does that quite a lot here. Obviously. Speed kills, jerk. Obviously. Welcome, Heiza 610. Totally. She should have said totally. But totally, I was drunk. I don't know exactly how much I drank. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't know exactly how much I drank. But totally, I was drunk. Don't you love our prime suspect? Totally. Totally. She's got to say that. But she's got to say that. She has to say that.
Imagine being able to build an app with your
She has to say that every 5 sentences. She has to say that.
And
By
out
the
of
way.
that, these two
She has to say that. That gets her off the hook. So she has to say that. In her mind, that gets her off the hook. And so she has to slip in there every 2 or 3 sentences how intoxicated she was. Even though we know that's false. Her friends contradict that information. But in Dylan's mind, that gets her off the hook. See? Remember, she's only 19 years old. So she's not experienced psycho yet. So she thinks she can shield herself by saying she's drunk every 2 or 3 sentences. She's not sophisticated. Okay? She's not quite entirely retarded and stupid, but she's not a sophisticated fucking person in terms of being involved in murdering people. And it shows through these interviews. She's totally guilty. Don't get me wrong. Okay? She is the prime. But she's not sophisticated. So we're going to use this alcohol excuse throughout. And she does. She does. We know this. We know this already. She uses a drunk excuse throughout her entire interviews. In her mind, though, what she's thinking is, this is going to get me off the hook in some fashion. And that's why she keeps using it over and over and over again, guys. We know this. We know this. And of course, what makes this, I'm sorry, we already know this, but what makes this really incredibly disgusting is that these were not real interviews. These were not interrogations of any sort. We talked about this. We're just letting her ramble on and tell a bullshit story that never made any sense. We're not contradicting her. We're not giving her contradictory evidence. We're not putting her on the hot spot. We're not asking for a polygraph test. That's what is so disgusting about this fucking case. That is what makes this so abysmally fucking disgusting. Because you and I know, if this was a true homicide investigation, you are going to rip her story apart. At some point in this investigation, you're going to bring her into your fucking police station, and you're going to rip her apart with all her lies, inconsistencies, contradictions, everything. You're going to ask her to take a polygraph test. And she may, my guess would be she would refuse. If Dylan Mortensen, if this was a true homicide investigation, if Dylan Mortensen was presented with a polygraph and said, would you take one? Dylan Mortensen would have refused to take a polygraph test. 100%. 100%. She would have refused. Just like she refused to sit with the ISP sketch artist and do a composite sketch of the person she saw in the house. She refused to do that as well. The DNA is irrelevant in many ways, is because Dylan Mortensen's DNA is already going to be inside the house. So Mortensen is not particularly worried about the DNA because she already knows her DNA is already going to be in there. It doesn't matter. The only thing Mortensen has to worry about when it comes to the DNA is that there's none of her blood, okay? There's none of her blood or other bodily fluids, like on the bodies, by the bodies. That's the only thing she has to worry about. But her DNA is already going to be in the house. So she's not worried about that, guys. And her fingerprints are also going to be all over the fucking house. Because she lives there. So she's not worried about that particularly either. Now, she does get a little scared when it comes to the DNA. She does get a little scared about that. She does in 1117. She does get a little concerned, and we see that. You know, she really gets concerned about that. You know, her tone of voice drops. She becomes kind of shocked. You know, oh, you did find DNA evidence there? But it's not so much her DNA that she's worried about, guys. She's not particularly worried about her DNA. It's the other associates of hers that she's worried about. It's not her. It's the DNA that Mortensen is worried about are the friends, associates that she knows who were there with her that night in the house. That's why she's concerned. For real. Dylan Mortensen doesn't give two shits. Not about her DNA. She's right about that. She's more concerned about the other people getting exposed, which would expose her. That's what she's worried about here. I am the greatest. But that's what she's worried about here. It's not her. She's more concerned about the males that were with her that night committing these crimes with her. She's more concerned about them getting exposed because that would expose her as the prime. That's the ticket, man. That's the ticket. That is true, and I am the greatest. For real. For real. And I bet if this was a true homicide investigation and Mortensen was pressed into a corner, I guarantee Mortensen would have given you a name. I guarantee that Dylan Mortensen would have given you at least one or two names. She would have given up. She would have given you at least one or two names here. If you pressed her and put her in a corner, she would have given up the jig. Or at least she would have given you a couple of names, though. She absolutely would have. Now, one or two of these names may have been a lie. She may be lying. She would lie about it. But then you know at that point she is the prime suspect. Just like Amanda Knox. When Amanda Knox was pressed into a corner, she gave a name. It unfortunately turned out to be her boss, who had nothing to do with the murder. But that's what Mortensen would have done. Mortensen would have given you a name. For real. But again, that never happened. These are not real homicide detectives, as we know. And so none of this occurred, as we know. But again, if this was a true homicide investigation, you paint Dylan Mortensen in a corner, she is going to give you a name or two. She would, to save her own fucking ass. Absolutely. That's what would have happened here. Now, you couple that with plying on a lie detector test with her, and she would have cracked like a fucking egg. She would have given up the ghost. The ghost of Christmas fucking present. But alas, Marley, tight as a drum, tight as a drum. Cocksuckers. They didn't press, they didn't contradict, they didn't apply any pressure to her whatsoever, even though her story is a pile of dog shit. 1113 was dog shit. 1117 was dog shit. 12-1 was dog shit. 1230 was dog shit. Yep. Molly. rattle those chains, baby. We gonna rattle those fucking chains. Yes, baby. Yes, baby. We're gonna rattle those chains. Hell yeah. We're gonna rattle the chains until we get a fucking trial. Hell yeah. It may take all fucking year. Well, it depends. Depends how much of a coward Stephen Hitler is. Coward. Because he is a coward. All right. All right. It's all right. Hey. Okay, Gato. Go, Gato. That's right. No secrets, Gato. No secrets. No secrets, Gato. All right. A little bit more. A little more. Molly. Jacob Molly. Jacob Molly. All right, let's go. That's right. Where were we? Oh, yeah, sure. But I don't know exactly how much I drank. Very good. I don't remember if it was, I think it was, between either there at 12, before, I think it was before 1 a.m. a little bit, or maybe it was before 12. I can't remember exactly what time I left. Lakeland was very drunk, and I was like saying, oh, she can come home with me. Like we'll walk home. In a pile, in a pack of people. Dylan forgets to mention that part. I told Jenna, and Jenna's like, oh, I'm just going to stay here. Hayden, one of the guys that was there, is a Fiji. Okay, fraternities have this thing where they have Sobro drivers. The freshmen are Sobros. So Hayden called, and I trust Hayden like he's a good friend. Uh-huh, says Aaron. Go on. So our prime says he called a Sobro driver. I don't remember who they were. Uh-huh. They were freshman Fijis. And they drove us home because it's like a 1 minute, 2 minute drive. Uh-huh. Sure. So it's a 1 minute, 2 minute drive. It's about a 2 minute walk. So they decide to get a ride. Okay, but she can't remember who drove them there. Uh-huh. Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird? The prime suspect, who knows every single fucking person in the world here, she doesn't A, remember who the Sobro driver was who took them home. B, she doesn't know the 2 or 3 other guys that were there with them. She doesn't know who they were. But she knows everything else. But it's really odd she doesn't remember the Sobro driver who took them home. Could be the same Sobro driver that picked Kaylee and Maddie up from the from the grub truck. Could be the same one. Uh-huh. Or was that Dylan Mortensen spreading that fucking rumor? Gee, let me think about this, guys. Was that Dylan Mortensen who spread that rumor that Kaylee and Maddie were picked up from the grub truck by at least one Sobro driver, perhaps 2? That Martha fucking Stewart Copeland got all fucked up and mixed that up. Gee, I wonder where they got that from. Where does anybody get information from here in this case? Fucking Dylan. It just depends on who she's talking to. Cunt. Okay, so this is what happens when they get to the house. Let's. This is 12-1. So, me and Lakeland go upstairs. I don't think anyone was home. I remember, so we went into the kitchen. I started making popcorn. I heard Murphy bark, so it was like, okay, I guess I gotta kill the dog. No, hang on. So it was like, okay, I heard him, like, because whenever people would come home, he'd start barking a little bit and be like, get all excited. So I went upstairs to Kaylee's room and I got Murphy and killed him. No, I'm sorry. I got Murphy and took him outside and killed him. I'm sorry, I threw him away in a dumpster. No, I took him outside. Oops. Welcome, Supernaut. That's right. You can like is free, baby. Like is free, baby. Yeah, this is Dylan, 12-1. And then I brought him back there. And there was like a video of Lakeland playing with him. Where's that fucking video? And that, I guess she has that video of playing with the dog. And that shows like the exact time that we were there. And he's like playing with her. Huh? Hey guys, where's that video? I don't know, but apparently Lakeland McComas has a video of playing with Murphy the dog when nobody else is home. Okay. Well, weird. Welcome, transport. This is before Bethany the Hobbit gets home. This is just Dylan and Lakeland McComas in the house with Murphy, not killing him. Okay. All right. Right. Or not throwing him outside in the dumpster. Okay. Just saying. But apparently Lakeland has a video of playing with Murphy. Which, I don't think she ever said that in her interviews. In fact, I'm trying to remember. Lakeland McComas did 2 interviews. I don't recall Lakeland ever saying she was playing with the dog and has a video of it. I could be wrong. Quite possible. But do you guys recall Lakeland McComas saying she has a video of playing with Murphy the dog inside the house? I don't remember that. Do you? I don't remember that at all. I don't remember her saying that. And then I decide, this is our prom again, and then I decide to take Murphy back upstairs and then murder him up there. No. I just take him back upstairs into Kaylee's room just so he wouldn't bother us. And so I put a shock collar around his neck and decided to keep it on his neck for the rest of the night. And so if I heard him bark, I just send a little shock to him through the shock collar. Right, Dylan? Something like that, perhaps. Then we had popcorn. Then we ate our popcorn. It was burnt to fucking piss, but then we had popcorn. Oh, you're right, Supernaut. There are about, I think we're up to about like 1,500 with her. And me and Lakeland didn't drink anymore once we had gotten home. And then we then we started the Vampire Diaries. If you heard of that. Aaron. Aaron's the investigator, guys. Uh-huh. All right. Boy, Aaron doesn't give much away, does he? All right. Say something, Aaron. All right. Like, point out the weirdness, point out the inconsistencies between 11/17 and this interview on 12/1. Do it, Aaron. Do it. You're getting paid for this. Fucking ridiculous. Absurd. Ridiculous. So anyway, Dylan keeps going on. She doesn't stop. Dylan will talk forever. Okay. If you don't stop her, she will just keep going. Absolutely. Okay. It doesn't make any sense, but she'll just keep going. It's like this. Well, I think I breathe oxygen, but I'm not really sure if that's what it's called. One of those things. Anyway. Obviously, I was breathing oxygen. Don't you know? Totally. And I was drunk. Obviously. At some point, you're like, hey, Dylan, who are you talking to? All the world's a stage, Dylan. Oh, my God. Wow. The shock collar. Don't forget the shock collar. You can't forget the shock collar in this. Remember the shock collar. Bethany Funk, the Hobbit. She talks about a shock collar that Kaylee Gonzalez would use on Murphy to train him. That's what the Hobbit reported. Remember that. The Hobbit reported that Kaylee would sometimes use a shock collar on Murphy, I guess to train him. He's a 9-month-old puppy. That is true. That's what she said. So I wonder if Dylan Mortensen didn't get that bright idea to put that shock collar, if that's true, if there was a shock collar, let's just say, if that's true, I don't know. I don't remember reading a report of them finding a shock collar in the house, but you never know. You never know with this investigation. But don't forget that shock collar, because according to the Hobbit Funk, again, Kaylee would sometimes use a shock collar on Murphy to train him in some fashion, which I cannot believe for 1 minute. I cannot believe for 1 minute that Kaylee would ever use a shock collar on Murphy the dog. I cannot fucking believe that for 1 fucking second. So I don't know where the Hobbit's getting that from. The Hobbit isn't innocent here either. Okay. I just don't know how much she's involved. But that is true. But anyway, there's logistical problems with that as well. I don't want to get into that right now. Super Knot, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway. Yeah, the shock collar. Don't forget that, though. That is not made up. The Hobbit, that is from the Hobbits. That's from the Hobbit. Anyway, carry on. I am the greatest. We are the greatest. Quick break. Then we'll carry on with Dylan's 12-1 here. How far are we? 143. 143. All right. Yeah, I'm telling you, this one is a little bit more batshit than the 12-17 one. I mean, excuse me, the 11-17 one. This one's a little bit more batshit. Yep. And this is not even the entire interview. This is just a portion of it. But All right. Let's do this. Let's finish this up. Let's finish 12-1. We may move on to Christy. I may have to have more energy for that shit. But anyway, let's finish this. So, okay. All right. Here's Dylan. All right. Our prime. Yeah. That was like our favorite show. So, we were on the couch, I would say, like 10 to 20 minutes maybe. Like in between that time, maybe a little bit less actually, like 10 to 20. Wait a minute. Didn't we just say that? So we were on the couch, I would say, like 10 to 20 minutes maybe, like in between that time. Maybe a little bit less, actually, like 10 to 20. All right. So, oh, my God. Somewhere in there, the Hobbit comes home, bouncing from Hobbington. She laid down with us, like a good little hobbit that she is. And we watched the Vampire Diaries. Sure. She had the one ring to rule them all, and she didn't know it. All right. I don't know when Lakeland went home because I had gone into bed. I don't know how long of the episode we watched or what episode we watched. How convenient. But it's our favorite show, guys. It's our favorite show. But we don't know. I don't know anything about it. I just remember watching it, right? My favorite show. I would say I was in bed like around 2 2:10ish. I don't remember exactly because obviously I was still tipsy. Obviously. Again, Dylan, who are you talking to? There's nobody else here except you and Aaron Williamson. So obviously you're a fucking cunt. All right? Obviously you should be in jail. But anyway, totally, I was still tipsy and not like aware of anything. Really. I think again, I am not good with times right now because it's all jumbled up. What's so fucking jumbled? What's jumbled up? Garden. What's so jumbled? What is there to be jumbled up about? Tell me, Dylan Mortensen, what is there to be jumbled up about? You're watching a Vampire Diaries. You fell asleep, I guess. You don't know exactly what time it was, but you're not good with times right now because it's all jumbled up. Well, again, what's there to be jumbled about? What's there jumbled? For what? Oh, wait a minute. You're saying it's jumbled up because you know exactly what fucking happened. You were a part of the murders. That's what you're saying here. That's why it's all jumbled up. Otherwise, it's totally irrelevant. It's irrelevant. There's no need to be jumbled up. See? You're not doing anything wrong, are you? Right? So, she makes it an emphasis. First of all, to say she's drunk, tipsy, out of it, every 5 minutes. And that she's not good with times. Everything's jumbled up in her brain. But there's no reason for any of this to be jumbled up. It's just a typical Saturday night. You know? You're there with The Hobbit. You're there with Lakeland McComas. You're watching the fucking Vampire Diaries. What is so fucking difficult about this? But Dylan Mortensen makes it difficult. And she does that for a reason. Mortensen purposely makes this difficult because she knows exactly what's going to happen. She knows exactly who's there. She knows exactly what's going to happen in just a little bit. That's why everything's jumbled. Absolutely. Absolutely. But at this particular point in the story, nothing needs to be jumbled up. There's nothing that needs to be jumbled here. But Mortensen, because she is not experienced, okay, she purposely jumbles. She wants it to be jumbled. Something as stupid, as straight, as easy as watching a goddamn fucking Vampire Diary episode. She has to complicate it. She has to complicate it, guys. Why does she have to complicate this? Well, because she's the fucking prime suspect. That's why. Somebody who's not guilty doesn't need to jumble things up or overcomplicate things like Mortensen does throughout her entire interviews. Seriously, it's that simple. It's quite that simple. So anyway, obviously, I was still tipsy. Okay. No, again, we're not talking to anybody else. She thinks the whole world is watching her or something, right? This is her paranoia. See, again, Dylan Mortensen's a very sick girl. So this is her paranoia kind of coming out. You know, she's saying obviously as like people are watching her, you know, but it's just her and Aaron. There's nobody else watching her. Her friends aren't sitting there like judging her or saying, no, Dylan, you're wrong. No, it's just Aaron and her. You know, see, Dylan, again, Dylan, we know this, extremely sick. She's extremely sick. You know, she's paranoid. She's manic. She'll talk to you for days on end without stopping. She's a very, at this particular point in the story at 12:1, she is a sick fucking person. She was a sick person on 11:13. She's a sick person on 11:17. And she's just as sick on 12:1. Yeah. For real. Sick. She is sick. Sick. Anyway, let's carry on with her. Our prime. So anyway, things are all jumbled up at this point. Okay. They don't have to be. Aaron. Oh, that's okay. Oh, good job, Aaron. Good job, Aaron. So glad you're really putting the screws to her. Anyway, Aaron. That's all right, prime suspect. Go on. Dylan. So I tried to go to bed for a little bit, and I heard Kaylee and Maddie come home. Aha. And I was like, oh, I want to hang out with them for no reason. Now remember, Dylan is tired. Dylan is tipsy. Dylan is drunk. But the minute Kaylee and Maddie come home, she is going to be up their fucking asses. Here we see, right? Exactly. I want to hang out with them now. Despite how drunk and tipsy I am and tired, I can't remember anything. But I remember I wanted to hang out with them so fucking badly. Anyway, and like, our house is like the walls are very thin. Again, she repeats herself. So, you can hear exactly who it is. She says that at least twice. The walls are very thin, so you can hear everything. Everything. You can hear everything that happens in this house. Everything. This is the second time she says this. She says this in 11:17 interview. You can hear everything that happens in this house. It's a piece of shit house. Poorly constructed. Out of fucking, I don't know, the dirt and fucking, I don't know, plastic. I don't know. But anyway, you could hear everything. They were upstairs. I don't know if Bethany was upstairs already or if she had come up after I had gone up there. So my floor is like the second floor. And I had just gone up the stairs into their room, unannounced. I went up there. Again, I repeat myself. Because I'm the prime. I am the prime suspect. So let me repeat myself again. They had gotten, listen, I had just gone up the stairs into their room. I went up there. Again. They had gotten back from the bar, the corner club. At first, I had thought they had got an Uber. But I guess now it's been proven that they didn't get an Uber. Uh-huh. 12-1, guys. This is December 1st. Let me read this to you again, just so you know who the prime suspect is in this case. Let me read this to you again. They had gotten back from the corner club. At first, I thought they had got an Uber. Eric Gower. But I guess now it's been proven that they didn't get an Uber. I don't know who. Listen to this, and listen to this goddamn well, you fucking people in denial. If you don't think Dylan Mortensen is guilty or the prime suspect, I hope this fucking seals it for you, because I want to ask you this question. Then why the fuck is she texting Eric Gower? Why the fuck is Dylan Mortensen texting Eric Gower to see if he's still fucking driving? You cocksuckers. Listen. Listen. I don't know who they got a ride from. I don't know. Shall we repeat that? This is Dylan Mortensen, the prime suspect, talking to you. I don't know who they got a ride from. But yet, we are texting Eric Gower, the same person who gave them a ride home. I rest my case. Do I need to say anything else? So, why the fuck is Dylan Mortensen texting Eric Gower to see if he's still driving? If she clearly says on December 1st, 2022, more than 2 weeks after the murders, she doesn't know who they got a ride from. I don't know. Are you with me? My garden, did I lose you? Did I lose you? Do I rest my case? Is she the prime suspect? Is she the prime? Well, obviously, she's lying. She knows they got a ride home from Eric Gower because she texted him and said, "Are you still driving?" And he says, "Yes, I'm still driving." And then she doesn't respond to him anymore. So, what the fuck is she talking about? This is guys, this is December 1st. This is her third fucking interview. Her third interview. Oh my God. And you're telling me she's not the prime suspect? You're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. You are out of your mind. So, how does she know who Eric Gower is? How does she know to text Eric Gower? How does she know? Oops. That's a big oops. Don't you think, people in denial? That's a big oops. In fact, that's one of the biggest oops. I mean, if you don't think she is the prime suspect at this point in this case, reading this, I have no hope for you. I really don't. You are against that opposite side of the wall, and you shall stay there for the rest of your God-forsaken life. There is no hope for you. That is a huge lie. There is no reason to mess this up. She totally messes this up. That is one of the biggest lies that Mortensen has told here. And people say, well, what did Dylan lie about? What did Dylan lie about? Well, here's a great fucking example of that. I don't know who they got a ride home from. Oops. I should end it right there. I don't really need to go on. In fact, I'm going to leave it right there. And we're going to do a little bit later, okay? But I'm going to leave it there for emphasis and effect. Because people in denial, they like to come up with all kinds of bullshit in their head. The simple, plain fact is, Dylan Mortensen is a liar. She is a complete bullshit artist. She is the prime suspect. She knows exactly who did this with herself. She knows exactly what happened in that house from 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. She knows exactly what transpired. She knows exactly why she tried to snow Bethany Funk the Hobbit. She knows exactly why they had to wait so long to call 911. She knows everything. She always did. She should have been locked up on 11/13/2022. She should have been arrested on that very day. Or at the very latest, 11/17, she should have been locked up. At the very latest. And now we get to 12/1/2022. And now the lies are even worse. That's what I was saying. This interview is even more batshit crazy than 11/17. Because her lies have just gotten even worse and worse. Serial killers, like smart serial killers, they can come up with all kinds of stories that are more believable than this. And they do. I mean, it's astounding. It's astounding how disgusting this case really is. It's astounding. I love you. I'm going to leave it right there for now. We're going to call this the early show. I love you, my garden, because you are the greatest garden in the world. It's a beautiful Friday night. And we may do, you know what? I may pick it up a little later, but I want to leave it right here for emphasis. And that's for the people in denial, so they can chew on this shit. And guess what? I do take defectors, like I said, I do take defectors. You just have to figure out how you're going to build that ladder, to get over the wall. That's the only thing you have to figure out here. So, I love you. Maybe we'll grab some food, guys. Make some food. I'm going to make some pasta, I think. I'm going to make some fettuccine with some hot Italian sausage. All right? Marinara sauce. Probably going to make some garlic bread with that. That's what I'm going to do. I love you. Love you. And, yeah. So, I hope you like this one. Look. We already know the tea. That's what this is. We already know the tea here. Yes, we do. I love you. And yeah. We'll go out with little Ozzy again. Little Ozzy. This is where we came in. That's right, Ozzy. That's right, baby. Oh, it's coming. It's coming, Ozzy. It's coming, Ozzy. Yeah, come on now.